This is JOM Radio.
It's a really old city, stuck between the dead and the living. So I thought to myself, sitting on a graveyard shelf, as the echo of heartbeats from the ground below my feet filled a cemetery in the center of Queens. I started running the maze of the names and the dates, some older than others, the skyscrapers, little tombstone brothers, with Manhattan behind her, 3 million stunning reminders, built a cemetery in the center of Queens. You said, remember that life is not meant to be wasted. We can always be chasing the sun. So fill up your lungs and just run. We'll always be chasing the sun. So how do you do it? With just words and just music. Capture the feeling that my earth is somebody's ceiling. Can I deliver in sound the weight of the ground of a cemetery in the center of Queens? There's a history through her, sent to us as a gift from the future, to show us the proof. More than that, it's to dare us to move and to open our eyes and to learn from the sky, from the cemetery in the center of Queens. You said, remember that life is not meant to be wasted. We can always be chasing the sun. So fill up your lungs and just run. We'll always be chasing the sun. All we can do is try. And live like we're still alive. It's a really old city, split between the dead and the living. So I thought to myself, sitting on a graveyard shelf, and the gift of my heartbeat sounds like a symphony played by a cemetery in the center of Queens. You said, remember that life.
Oh, we love Sarah Bareilles with her song Chasing the Sun. Welcome to the show. Right then, let's get a move on. Here we go. This is JOM Radio. Well, hello there. Good day to you. It's the 8th of July 2014. You're on JOM Radio. Nearly 19 minutes past 5 on this day in 1994. Kim Jong-il became the leader of North Korea after the death of his father, Kim Il-sung. They all sound very similar, don't they? Can't be that complicated, can it? North Korean politics. Oh dear. Cheesy jokes. Cheesy politics jokes. I'm just making it up, really. Just sound like I know what I'm on about. There are 3 listeners in Oxford studying politics going, this is relatively funny. That's what's happening. Oh, music-wise, House Martins are on the way. Joni Mitchell, Dolly Parton, Nico and Vins, their new one. Paul Wheaton and Jackie Abbott, DIY at the end. To look forward to, we've got one over here. We've got Facty Facts, and we've got a new hilarious segment I'm starting called Exam Fails, the hilarious exam answers that I've managed to find on the internet that some children have genuinely put on answers to tests and examinations. So we'll have some of those later. News at 5:30. That's the news. Travel news before that as well. If you see anything on the roads you think we should know about, jomtravel@mail.com is the email address for that. For any general inquiries, shout-outs, requests, or anything you like, really, jomradio@mail.com. Or leave us a comment on Facebook, comment on the Spreaker Listen live page. find a way, you know. If there's a means, there's a way. I'll read out your comments. Right, I'm starting with this from the House Martins. Caravan of Love is on the way. 20 minutes past 5. Thank you for coming along. It really is kind of you. Thank you. Oh, and the word of the day and the Brainteaser before the end as well. So it really is all to listen for today on JOM Radio. Do stick around. We're on till quarter to 6. Gosh, getting carried away there. There is such a thing as too much JOM Radio, I'm sure. Really? Is that true? You can never get enough, can you?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the time of your life? It's time to stand up and fight. It's alright, it's alright. Hand in hand we'll take a caravan to the motherland. One by one we're gonna stand up with pride. One that can't be denied. Stand up, stand up. From the highest mountain valley low, we'll join together with hearts of gold. Now the children of the world can see this is a better place for us to be. The place in which we were born, so neglected and torn apart. Every woman, every man, join the caravan of love. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. Stand up, stand up, stand up. I'm your brother. I'm your brother, don't you know? She's my sister. She's my sister, don't you know? We'll be living in a world of peace. In the day when everyone is free. We'll bring the young and the old. Won't you let your love flow from your heart? Every woman, every man, join the caravan of love. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. Stand up, stand up, stand up. I'm your brother. I'm your brother, don't you know? She's my sister.
It's House Martins, Caravan of Love, JOM Radio, 24 minutes past 5 it's approaching now. Which means it's time for some Facty Facts. Like the fact that a duck's quack doesn't echo, and no one knows why. Most lipstick contains fish scales. A crocodile can't move its tongue and can't chew, however its digestive juices are so strong they can digest a steel nail. Oh, it's like that thing people say about Coke, you know, if you put a tooth in a glass of Coke, oh, you know those people. Rats breed so quickly that in just 18 months, 2 rats could have created over 1 million relatives. That's a lot of rats, that is. And our first exam fail of the day. Where was the American Declaration of Independence signed? And they put as the answer at the bottom. Oh, they're very funny. It's very clever. That's what it is. Now I have calculated with the most sharpest of maths that at 25 seconds past 25 minutes past 5, I am to play Dolly Parton's Home to get all things running on track and on time. You know what? This is OCD at its finest, and we're approaching the crucial moment. Oh, it makes me so happy when things are to the second on time. You're on JOM Radio. As I said, 25 minutes past 5 now. Dolly Parton's Home is here.
Looking out of my window pane, tears mingling with the rain. I'm so lonesome I could cry just like old Hank. Staring down on the city street, feeling empty and incomplete. There's a place I need to be to fill my tank. A place I can go where I can be free, where I can be happy and just be me. Oh, oh, where the warm wind's blowing and the river's flowing up. Oh, oh, like a lazy bum in the midday sun, and I go on fishing with my pole at the fishing hole, where I can lay down my heavy load and know that I am always welcome. I left home, I was 17. I had a lot of ambitious dreams. Seen a lot of those dreams come true. I had good love. I ain't complaining, that's for sure. I got a lot to be thankful for. One of those things is a magic door that opens up back to the time when I was a kid, to the sounds of the crickets and the katydids. It's called oh, oh, on the front porch swinging and fern pots hanging. Oh, oh, with the church bells ringing and voices singing those old songs that mend my mind like a stitch in time, where the tea is sweet and the love complete. Oh, me, I wanna go home. I often think about where I have been, where I am going, and that's about when I think about home, where the soul finds comfort and the heart finds pleasure. Oh, oh, where the depths of love is hard to measure. It's oh, oh, I hear you calling, I hear you calling. I'll never be lost as long as I know there's a place like that where I can go, where I can restore my weary soul on the mountain slopes and the softest smoke.
Right there, that's Dolly Parton's Home. Travel news in just a second. And of course we've got the news coming up. We've got more hilarious exam answers, which you should all be looking forward to, because they are brilliant, I promise you. Right, we're going to go first over to the major roads and motorways in the UK to get the very latest travel reports today. And it's been quite a day of mayhem, really. M5 Devon closed and queuing traffic northbound between junction 27 at Tiverton and 26 at Wellington because of a serious accident. M6 West Midlands queuing traffic in 2 lanes closed northbound at 6 with the Aston Expressway because of a broken down lorry and recovery work. Congestion is stretching back to junction 4A at the M42. That's been going on a lot of today. So do please watch out for that. I'm going to head over to the railways now, where there are delays. Oh, I've lost it. Hang on. Oh dear, it's what happens when you don't prepare. That's oh no. So that's to go wrong. Delays between Broxburn and Bishop's Stortford until approximately 5:30, which is nearly over. It's affecting Albellia, Greater Anglia and the Stansted Express, and buses are still replacing trains between Harlech and Fwelly until at least August 2014. So there you go, that's your latest travel news. That's all from the National Rail Company and BBC Travel. Do stick with us on JOM Radio, more hilarious Facty Facts to come, exam fails and overheard in Harrods, and loads more. But for now, you're on JOM Radio, online, on mobile, and on demand at Spreaker.com/JOM Radio. JOM Radio News at 5:30. It's Tuesday, the 8th of July. The retired senior judge Elizabeth Butler-Sloss, aged 80, has been named as the chairman of a wide-ranging review into historical child sex abuse. Lady Butler-Sloss led the Cleveland child abuse inquiry in the late 1980s. Mark Sedwill, the Home Office's top civil servant who is being quizzed by MPs about historical sex abuse claims involving politicians, said he was determined that we have to put this right. Two British men who went to Syria to join rebel fighters have pleaded guilty to terrorism charges. Nahan Ahmed and Yusuf Sarwar, both 22 and from Birmingham, admitted to carrying out terrorist acts. The mother of 3-year-old Makil Kular has made her first public appearance in court, accused of his murder in January. Rosdeep Adikoya, aged 34, is accused of beating Michael over a 4-day period. She's also accused of putting his body in a suitcase and burying it in a woodland at a house in Kirkcaldy in Fife. Kate McCann was asked by her son about claims she was involved in the disappearance of her daughter Madeline, a court has heard. Mrs. McCann was speaking at a Portuguese legal case relating to the claims made by an ex-police chief. The court heard her son had asked about whether she had hid Madeline, but she told him the Portuguese detective had said a lot of silly things. And a gang of peacocks have been causing a flap in a suburb of Greater Manchester. No one knows how the birds came to settle in Laleham Green, but the feathered five are causing a nuisance to residents. One resident claims the birds entered her home and did a poo in the kettle. And in the weather, tomorrow much of the UK will be dry and bright with the best of the sunshine in the west. Cloudy and increasingly windy in eastern England, with rain arriving later. And with your news from the BBC and weather from the Met Office. You're up to date on JOM Radio at just gone 32 minutes past 5. Now, a shout out to Amy Hall, who says, I let her down on the train news. Oh, I'm sorry, aren't I? I'm sorry, Amy, I'm sorry. How will I ever make it up? I wonder. Still to come next, music from Joni Mitchell here. Chelsea Morning I've got to play. Oh, that was loud. And we still got more Facty Facts. More, one great overheard. I misstrayed you there. And we've got more of those hilarious exam questions.
It's time to put on
The word of the day and the Brainteaser before the end.
It's time to get
It's all to stick around for. In the next 15 minutes, we're live till 5:45.
Time to get things started.
Right, JOM Radio, 8th of July, 33 minutes past 5. Here's Joni Mitchell.
what we call the market.
And I'll see you on the other side.
Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came a-ringing up like Christmas bells, and wrapping up like pipes and drums. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll wear it till the night comes. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on the wall. The red, green and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads to beckon. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on a day. There's a sun show every second. Opens on a portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly, and papers lie waiting to blow away. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too. And the sun poured in like butterscotch and stuck to all my senses. talk in present tenses. When the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away, I will bring you incense hours by night, by candlelight, by jewellight, if only you will stay. Pretty baby, won't you wake up? It's a Chelsea morning.
What ended in 1896? Well, 1895, of course. Joni Mitchell's Chelsea Morning there, and that was one of the hilarious exam fails that I am that I'm finding for you. And some of these are absolutely brilliant. Briefly explain what hard water is. They put ice. I wish it wasn't so risky to be this funny in exams, but it's really not worth it. I do not recommend it. Right, to the one over here that I found overheard at Harrods. What on earth is a sleeping bag? Oh, well, maybe a posh person wouldn't know what a sleeping bag was. Maybe they should be shown. Maybe that has to happen at some point. Nico and Vince here with Am I Wrong? JOM Radio, 36 minutes past 5.
Everybody else doing, just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. Am I tripping for having a vision? My prediction, I'ma be on top of the world. Don't look back, always do what you decide. Don't let them control your life, that's just how I feel. Oh, fight for yours, so don't let go. Don't let them compare, you know. Don't worry, you're not alone, that's just how we feel. Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Oh, yeah. Oh, now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? Oh, yeah. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. If you tell me I'm wrong, I don't wanna be right. Am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real?
I don't know if you're wrong, Nico. Stop asking me. Flippin' heck.
Things that I can't see. Oh, yeah.
Am I Wrong by Nico and Vins. Yeah. There we go, that's it. Right then, here we go. Word of the day today is brilliant. It's called, it's not, this is the word. Maligan. Maligan is to speak evil of, especially to do so falsely and severely, like Amy Hall was maliganing me for messing up the travel news. It's very, very rude, Amy. So I suggest you don't maligan me again. Okay? Is that okay? Yeah, right, okay. More facts, here we go. The blue whale can produce the loudest sound of any animal at 188 decibels. The noise can be detected over 800 kilometers away. And the Brainteaser. Why are 2011 pennies worth more than 2010 pennies? That's why are 2011 pennies worth more than 2010 pennies. If you think you know, email us jomradio@mail.com and we'll tell you if you are right. Have a good think about that one while I play the next song, which I have again accurately calculated when to start playing. And it's then, it's just strikingly OCD chords right at their heart. Here's Paul Heaton and Jackie Abbott.
Some girls lose the boys after years, some lose them right at the start. Standing in line, just a question of time, there's gonna be the next broken heart. But my heart belongs to a love so strong, I would love him till the day that I die. But I didn't lose my love to the Lord above, I lost him to a DIY. She was so determined to take him right out of my hands. If you're right in love, they can steal you from the very first dance. Why? She was young and pretty, and young and pretty's better than I. And we gave them all our kisses, now they found another missus, cause we lost them to a DIY. Some women feel if you put her on a seal, it'll keep your fella out of reach. But it ain't always so, they can grab him from below, that's a lesson every woman can teach. But my man was just a sword you could trust, you could look a fella right in the eye. Well, he wasn't for deceiving, but suddenly he was leaving, cause I lost him to a DIY. She was so determined to take him right out of my hands. If you're idle in love, you can steal from the very first dance. Why? She was young and pretty, and young and pretty's better than I. But we gave them all our kisses, now they found another missus, cause we lost him to a DIY. Come on, girls, that she's wearing a dress. THIENF. She got high heels and he couldn't care less. WOMEN. Come on, girls, it'll happen again. HISTORY. Come on, folks, it's just an ordinary guy. She was so determined to take him right out of my hands. If you're idle in love, you can steal from the very first dance. Why? She was young and pretty, and young and pretty's better than I. We gave them all our kisses, now they found another missus, cause we lost them to a DIY.
Paul Heaton, Jackie Abbott, DIY. You're on JOM Radio, and the show's nearly over now. Keep thinking about the answer to that Brainteaser. I'll get it for you in just a second. And I've just found possibly the most interesting fact I've read today. And I'll just read it for you now. The horn of a rhinoceros is made from compacted hair rather than bone. Oh, that's a bit, horny hair. There you go, huh? That's the quote of the day, I reckon. Now, the Brainteaser, of course. What are 2011 pennies worth more than 2010 pennies? And of course, that's just because there's one more of them. Come on. Yeah, if you can't get that. I've covered for Joe this evening. I'm not sure whether he'll be back on his show tomorrow night, so I might see you then, and I might not, but I will definitely see you on Thursday evening when I am scheduled to appear. But until whenever I see you next, have a marvellous week, enjoy yourselves, and be nice to one another. Bye-bye!